There is massive disaffection and dissatisfaction in this country with what's going on. You know, the middle class is disappearing. We have more people living in poverty than almost any time in the history of America. And the gap between the very, very rich and everybody else is growing wider and wider. And people are asking, what's happening to America? How come the average person works longer hours for lower wages, and yet 95% of all new income in the last few years goes to the people on top? How come we have the most unequal distribution of wealth and income of any major country on earth? So the people, I think, want to hear an analysis and understanding of why the middle class in this country is disappearing, and they want people to begin to stand up to the billionaire class and develop strategies which protect working families.
Welcome to London.
Are people prepared to get engaged in a grassroots, unprecedented type campaign in which we are taking on the incredibly powerful billionaire class? That's the Koch brothers, that's Wall Street, that's the private insurance companies, that's the drug companies, that's the people who own America. Is there the energy for people to begin to be engaged in that type of campaign, or are people sufficiently demoralized?
Both in terms of economics, where so few own so much and so many have so little, and in terms of politics, where a handful of billionaires increasingly are able to determine the nature of politics in America and who is elected and who is defeated. I think we as a nation have a lot of hard thinking in front of us. And what we have got to ask ourselves, are we going to fight for our democracy and an expanded middle class? Are we going to fight for a democracy where one person has one vote and billionaires cannot fight elections? To my mind, that is the most important issue that we face as a nation. And I hope the American people become engaged in that struggle, are prepared to take on the billionaires who apparently are not content to have 10 or $20 billion in wealth. They feel the need to have more and more and more, and to take that money out of the hides of working families and the elderly and the children and the sick and the poor. They want more tax breaks for billionaires, and then they want to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, education, and every other program that has importance to working families. So we need a very serious debate about these issues. We need millions of Americans to stand up and fight with us to defend American democracy and to stop this country from evolving into an oligarchic form of society.